Good morning, Cedar Park. Today is Wednesday, November 1st, and it's a B-Day. This morning, a club at CPHS is bringing people together to fight hate. We'll tell you how.
Also on this show, this morning's headlines and today's brief.
Plus our student voice opinion segment, the Pack Chat is back.
Turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now. Good morning, Cedar Park, and happy November. I'm Kira Cox. I'm here this morning with Reed Cummins and Lulu Lynch.
No Place for Hate is welcoming new members as they start to get ready for this year's project. The club focuses on educating students on diversity and creating a safe environment throughout the Cedar Park High School community. During their meetings, the club talks about problems or topics they want to help fix in the school and then brainstorm ways to fix them. President Itzel Trejo talks about what she's most excited for this year.
I'm definitely looking forward to I guess we want to kind of do one bigger project this year because we do 3 different projects. So we want to do one bigger one probably in the spring semester. So I'm excited to plan for that.
Their next meeting is November 13th during Den in the library.
Now let's throw it over to Reese Elizondo with this morning's headlines and today's brief. Reese?
Thanks, Reed, and good morning, Cedar Park. First, an Austin airport employee is dead after being hit by a fuel truck. The employee was hit Tuesday morning, according to airport officials. The Austin Fire Department and Austin Travis County EMTs responded to the incident. After CPR was performed, the man was pronounced dead at 10:02 a.m. Next, a California wildfire is threatening more than 1,300 homes in southeast Los Angeles. The fire is being fueled by winds from Santa Ana ripping through the rural land of Los Angeles. So far, it's forced 4,000 people from their homes, with about 1,300 homes at risk up to the fire. So far, the fire has destroyed 3 buildings and damaged 6 others. Next, the FDA says it's looking into the death of a UPenn student who drank the Panera Bread charged lemonade. They are, quote, gathering information on 12-year-old student Sarah Katz, who died in September 2022 after she drank the lemonade. A large cup of the drink contains more caffeine than a standard can of Red Bull and Monster Energy drink combined. According to the lawsuit filed by the family last week, Katz had a heart condition called long QT syndrome type 1 and avoided energy drinks based on doctor recommendation. Finally, deputies advise people to be on the lookout for booty patrol trucks. The trucks have been seen around several counties in Florida and have gained the attention from the community and law enforcement. The DeSoto County Sheriff's Office put out an announcement saying that they have been seen impersonating law enforcement and do not pull over for it. Although one person said on Facebook, quote, I've also seen this truck several times at events. It's purely for entertainment and laughs, end quote. So would y'all pull over?
That's so funny.
I think maybe I would just to see who it is. But then I feel like it's also
How would
dangerous.
you know if it's an actual cop versus...
I don't think they're pulling
Because I think the thing is they're supposed to look like the border patrol trucks. So
No,
like
they're just joking around.
I think
Yeah.
it's
just a
probably
funny
just
rap.
it's for fun.
But
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think
I feel
it's just a joke.
I think it's
It's
funny.
one of those there's a disco ball and then they open the door and it's a party.
That's awesome. Thanks, Reese. Coming up next, an all-new Pack Chat right after these announcements.
Welcome back to the Pack Chat, our student voice opinion segment. I'm your host, Melly Suarez, joined by co-hosts Austin McAborski, Molly Pinkerton, and guest Tonby Singh-Holy as we discuss this week's most trending topics. Let's get started. First up, an Arizona high school teacher is under investigation after dressing up as a devil and receiving a complaint for saying "Hail Satan" to students. The teacher wore devil horns while carrying a pitchfork as part of the school's Halloween spirit-themed day. His partner across the hall dressed as an angel. According to the student who complained, he was insulted by the teacher's costume because of his faith and claims the teacher kept pushing his pitchfork at him.
Some people thought it was funny, some people didn't like it, some people were like, whatever, they just blew it off.
But Hamlet wasn't a fan of it.
Kind of insulted because my faith, because I believe in God. I don't really like how he did it and what he did.
When he asked the teacher to stop,
And I said, don't do that to me, and I pushed it away maybe 3 or 4 times. And he still said it and still did it and reached back. I was walking into the classroom and did it again.
So how would y'all react to a teacher doing this at our school? And do you think he should be fired?
Honestly, so I didn't really see the big deal out of it at first because a lot of people wear like devil costumes. But then when he said like "Hail Satan," I think like that's what like really took
I feel
it
like
down.
that's like not even that bad though, but like the thing is he just kept pushing the pitchfork.
Well,
Yeah, I feel
And
like
after
the
the
cost.
student told him to like not do it. Like,
Yeah,
it's like 5
that's
times.
weird. I feel like the costume aspect of it isn't that bad,
Yeah.
but the actions that he was doing, that makes it a little whack.
In a later interview with the dad, he said something that I really agree with. It said, if you're going to separate church and state, you should also leave the devil worship out of it also.
Yeah.
That's something I agree with, and I know the costume might seem harmless, but as a person of faith, I don't really like the whole dynamic of devil and angels, even though it's harmless really, and it's not in malintention. It's just, I can understand why that would bother a demographic of students.
But also,
Yeah.
like, his dad was running for school board and he did not win. So also, like, that like takes a part of it, like how the dad was acting. He just wants to get the teacher fired.
I mean,
I was like trying to see where you were going with that.
But like with the teacher, I mean, overall, I wouldn't say he deserved to get fired. Maybe like suspended for like a couple months probably. But you know, fired is a little extreme because he's
Fired
probably
is,
just like a
like,
fun teacher, you know. Yeah.
Maybe not to those kids.
Well, he's probably like I'm saying like he's probably a fun teacher to like be around. You know, he just
Oh,
wanted to dress up for
true.
Halloween and
He
like
did dress up.
you know,
He did dress up.
just chill with everyone.
Yeah,
but I mean,
Just
probably.
went a little too far.
yeah, I mean.
Next, iPods are being sold for hundreds of dollars in the vintage tech section of Urban Outfitters. The MP3 players have been refurbished and restored, so they aren't just upselling the product for the aesthetic Y2K vibes. Many feel that since the iPods were popular in the 2000s, it doesn't exactly qualify as vintage or retro. So would y'all spend your money on this?
No.
I already have an iPod at my own house.
Yeah, I feel like you could just rummage through your
I
parents'
feel like
things
I already have an
you know,
iPod
get
and
it.
also like hundreds of dollars for like a tiny little big thing, and I can have a phone. Like
If you were going to spend hundreds of dollars, I guess I understand because some people like have a collection, like they like collecting old things and like relics, but
like it's not even.
It's not
old.
that
Unless-
old.
unless
Like,
you're-
wait a couple years.
unless it's like an actual relic, like of like the past, it's like interesting.
Yeah, it's like when people have like record players. That's
Exactly.
that's
Yeah,
cool. Like
yeah.
spend your money on that, but
Like an iPod.
that you can find like in
Just
someone's
get a-
like dusty drawer,
I
like
would
in
say
your
just
house.
get a phone.
Exactly.
I mean, like as a kid, I grew up with like my oldest cousin like having an iPod. So like
Yeah, me
like,
too.
so she has it and stuff. But like I never really got my own.
Same.
So I mean, if I was rich, I would like like,
I
spend
had
that
my
much
own.
money.
I had my own at summer camp one time, and it had like 2 songs on it. I felt so cool. I felt so cool the entire time. I was like, yes.
I feel like it's just that selling at like Urban Outfitters is like.
Yeah. For
Yeah. Okay,
like y'all are
that's
trying too hard.
unreasonable. Yeah.
Okay. Finally, a Los Angeles influencer took a trip to New York expecting a gluten-free scooped bagel. Influencer Taylor Offer went to a deli East Coast and requested that the employees scoop out the gluten-free bagel bread from the middle. Citizens of Los Angeles typically use this technique to reduce the calories of the bagel bread. Taylor was taken aback when he was promptly directed to, quote, kick rocks. He stated that behavior like that wouldn't occur in LA and that citizens in the Big Apple are rude individuals. So what do y'all think about people with picky orders like this?
Okay, I wrote down some stuff for this. I think it's like
Annoying.
dumb. I think it's dumb because if you're gonna come from LA to New York, it's just like the different groups there. Like LA is like very privileged. Like there's so many people that are so privileged,
Bougie.
and they're all like I don't know how to explain it, but they just like they grew up on a different
Entitled.
standard, and they feel like they're like entitled to
Yeah.
have like the higher.
True, and people from New York just like they're very serious about their bagels. You can't
Exactly.
go in there asking them to scoop out like 80% of the bagel. You know what
It's
I mean?
just dumb. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna go to
It's a
Trip
waste
City.
of energy.
And I work in food service, and people with picky orders, they're just like, it's so much. But it's like we'll do it, but it's just. I get it. Maybe that man was having a rough day, and he was just like,
Well,
kick rocks.
if you're gluten free, I wouldn't go to a bagel restaurant.
Exactly.
True.
Just don't
Good
eat the
point.
bagel if you don't want the calories, if you don't want gluten.
Okay. All right, and that's all for today. But remember, T-Wolf Pack, there's always time to chat. We'll be right back after this break.
And that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you for taking the time to join us during your day.
You can catch anything you missed and more on our X, YouTube, or TikTok at CPHS News.
Catch tomorrow's show for a story on how to stay healthy during the holidays. With CPHS News, I'm Lulu Lynch.
I'm Reed Cummins.
And I'm Kira Cox. Remember to make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Have a wintry Wednesday, Cedar Park.